These tapes may contain some of the most enlightening glimpses yet as to the way things work from the entity known to me as Kryon. As the channeling writer, I have had the extraordinary privilege of putting Kryon's messages on paper. I have known of Kryon for some time and have essentially ignored him. It took two psychic readers, unknown to each other, 3 years apart, to actually spell his name out loud in a session and say that he was of importance. And so, sheepishly, I plopped myself down at the word processor and I began to transcribe Kryon's messages to all of us. Immediately, Kryon gave us a very loving look at a prime issue, the subject of Jesus Christ, who he really is, and a good synopsis of the metaphysical belief system, another chapter in this book. Kryon is speaking directly to humans in the Western world through these writings, and he seems to relate to what is happening to us personally right now. I am told repeatedly to be still and write, not to complain about what I get, not to worry about what others might say. Kryon is very practical and very direct. He reminds me constantly that I am under contract to do this, and that we have had service together in the past. Naturally, I have no direct knowledge of what he is talking about, since I am very much part of Earth, and I'm very skeptical of just about everything until it hits me on the head enough times, as Kryon has. Believe me, this experience is highly unusual for me. I am a businessman who hasn't channeled anything more than my television set for 48 years, and now this. There's something urgent, serious, and at the same time very loving from this high entity beyond the veil, as Kryon calls it. This writing is more for the metaphysical of you. Kryon wants to speak about the other side of the veil, who he is, why he's here, and a little bit about what is coming up for us on Earth. I am Kryon of Magnetic Service. Think of me when you are in doubt or in fear. Your thoughts can be transmuted into peace, and by your thinking of me, you can actually activate your guides into service. This is the way it works with thoughts. Prayer is much the same kind of thing. The actual mechanics of this is very complex, and it contains processes that are not within your ability at this time to absorb, due to the appropriate design of your implants. Trust me and accept the knowledge that your thoughts are active and can change things. You might wonder how one entity could hear the thoughts of a multitude of humans simultaneously. Can you hear more than one sound at once, or do you have to ask them to wait in line? Is there a limit to the number of instruments you can hear at once? It is much like this. Also remember that for each human, there are at least 2 more entities that do nothing more than wait for your thoughts and verbalizations. The new love source is the great I Am, the sun within the sun, and the center of all power. It is singular, and it belongs to all of us. I honor my partner for the clarity of this translation, for not hesitating to express the thought images as they landed. For some are difficult, and that they might eventually bring ridicule from teachers and non-teachers alike. There is joy and peace in your future when you learn to harness the new power that is personally yours. You have no idea what you can have until you truly experience it. Then you will wonder why you spent so much time and energy in the dark. We love you. I am Kryon.